Alright, so I'm going to start a new project and I'm going to make a recumbent bike or HPV. So a few weeks ago we're at a school event down in Maryborough and we had races with the HPVs. So we went around the track there was a few hundred schools there that we raced against. And decided just to make my own out of what I got around because I got a few bike parts and everything. So yeah, and just record, make a video about it. Right, so it's all my parts that I gathered up for it, and that. There's just my car parts, HX parts. So I got these wheels here that I got made up, and got sealed bearings in them. So that's not the axle I'm going to use, but I've got a sleeve that I got made up to put sealed bearings inside. So they're going to be my front wheels on them. They're 20-inch. Other bits and pieces and shit. Got this crank here off this is an old road bike sort of thing, so decent, had real good bearings in it. Made up this plate here on the back side so it won't pop off, so chain runs in between the two gaps there. And what I've got here is this pipe, if I can get a piece out, which it's just pretty much off a trampoline. So it's a decent thickness steel and pretty light. The good thing about it is that part there slides straight over. So to weld it, I just have to slip it over the top there and weld it onto the frame. So I've got two of these straight pieces. That's the other one, which I'll be making the actual frame out of, and the cross member for the front steering and that. And this other piece here I'm going to use for the actual bike, so I'll grab some of these out and lay them out and show you roughly what I've got to do, and small bits and pieces and stuff in there. So yeah. Alright, so got it all laid out roughly how I'd want it. So there's that corner piece, and coming up, and pretty much just a straight frame all the way up. So messing around with the chain, trying to get it around corners and that. The wheels are going to be on top, so what I'm going to do is this pipe here is going to be cut and welded onto it, so make two arms up, and my spindles, instead of sitting underneath like most of them are, they're going to sit on top. So I'll grab one out. Pretty much using an idea similar to this. This is off another one that I had. And what's going to happen is, see, these are on an angle for being on the top of something. I'm going to flip them over so they're on the bottom. And so pretty much, if you're looking at that, it'd be on there something like that. And then your frame would come out where that bit of box tubing is. And what I've got to do to these wheels is I've got to make up tabs that can weld on to the side here and step it out for a disc brake, because I can't actually weld a disc brake onto that. There's not going to be enough room, it's going to hit. And the calipers I'm using, just small ones off a mountain bike. So yeah, I've got to step it out from the wheel, so this caliper, this side of it here, just doesn't hit the spokes, pretty much. Other bits and pieces in there, derailleur and that. What I'm going to have is called direct steering. So pretty much, instead of running tie rods from points like this out to a separate steering arm, what I'm going to have is the steering come straight off the top of your spindle, up, across, and then back up, and that's your handlebars. So when you move that, you move the wheel, and then just run one arm out on each side, and pretty much a tie rod tying both the wheels together, keep them both in line. Yeah, I've got plenty of material there for it, and gonna make a body up for it. This stuff here, some core flue. So I've got 2 big sheets of them. They're folded in half, so they're twice as wide as what they are there. Now I think they're about 3mm thick core flue. So yeah, they're a decent length, so I'll do the whole thing. Sides and that. Yeah, I'll show you the drawing of what I've planned out for it. Alright, so that there is a rough design of what I wanted to do for the body of it. You can see the frame inside here that I've drawn out, and yeah, that's roughly what I want for it. And I've got here is just some diagrams of how I'm doing the steering. So we have the steering comes underneath it here, and I have to step it out for the disc brake. That's why I've got to step these disc brake away from the wheel so the caliper doesn't hit the spokes. Pretty much this top view of how I'm doing my steering arm. So just one tie right across to tie both wheels together, and yeah, so just gonna have to work out the angles. This here has to come in the straight line and should meet up at the bottom of the wheel to get that angle there right. And then what else for me steering here, these should meet up at the back wheel, the center point at the back wheel, so how they come off the spindles, so you get decent turning. So you can get, say if you're turning to the left, this one has to make a tighter turn than this one, and yeah, and these also have to be tilted back, so then it's a bit more stable when you're riding. Yeah. Alright, that'll be about it for this first video. So I'm going to be making more as I build the bike and just update it each time. It should be good. Thanks for watching.